At times, I'll actually agree with Kiana James on that one. Pushing the wrong buttons at the wrong time.
Impromptu matchup here tonight. World champion Liv Morgan.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for
against Sol Ruca from NXT, now part of Monday.
The Women's United States Championship.
Day Night Raw, and Ruca with a tremendous Introducing first, the opportunity tonight
to say that Sol Ruca has been athletic.
Challenger from Prior Lake, Minnesota.
Blessed might be the understatement of the night.
Tiffany Stratton!
This woman is going to have a very bright future in WWE.
Well, big time opportunity now for Tiffany.
Unfortunately for Liv Morgan,
Stratton, who beat Jordan Grace last week to secure.
It could be at the new Women's World Champions expense.
For herself a #1 contendership.
You know, we make a lot of mistakes out. I should say, I make a lot of mistakes.
And she cashes that in right now. She goes one
here, right? And there's the roll up by Morgan. Ruca now turns it
one-on-one with the United States champ Giulia.
Around, shoulders down, kick out by Liv.
Up next here on SmackDown.
At fault to something, I'll call the action.
Well, listen, I'm not gonna take the heat for this one. This goes to our producer, Brian Fathom. Gave me false information moments ago. It was actually Liv and Tiffany.
Solo Sikoa later on tonight, right here.
Tiffany were the final two in the Women's Royal Rumble. Sol Ruca was actually number
on SmackDown.
Now there's Tiffany Stratton, no denying a certain
number 3. But still a great performance by Sol.
No edge, a certain focus from Tiffany. She has worked her way back to the top.
About it, Ruca now with arguably an even bigger
top. She won the #1 contenders match against
opportunity right now on Monday Night Raw to knock off
Jordan Grace a week ago, and now gets this title shot.
The Women's World Champion.
Sol went for the moonsault. Liv Morgan got the knees up, but what an opportunity for Ruca. Can you imagine if she knocks off Morgan here tonight?
I would imagine that Sol would jump right to the front of the line of championship contenders. But great wherewithal by the champ.
Liv Morgan, who's come into her
and her opponent, accompanied,
of course, the brand new Women's World Champion.
By Kiana James from Tokyo, Japan.
I want to remind everyone that tomorrow night it's NXT.
She is the Women's United States
Revenge on the CW. Sol Ruca,
champion Giulia,
will be in action against her former friend, now bitter enemy.
Well, I got to tell you, Joe, I love the reaction from
the Zarya in a last woman
Giulia about being left off WrestleMania. That is a
standing match.
Sol certainly has her hands full.
Exactly what you expect from a competitor.
But we've learned in the past not to underestimate or overlook
that caliber from a champion of that caliber.
Sol Ruca, think of what she did back at Saturday night's main event.
Yeah. But now is the time for Giulia to black those
against Bailey.
Right, the night of John Cena's retirement.
Words up and send a loud and clear message.
One of the biggest upsets we've ever seen.
For sure.
Kiana James or otherwise next year.
Liv Morgan with a running knee to Sol Ruca.
Your moneymaker.
Well, she was making a statement in that interview with
also tomorrow at NXT, Tatum Paxley, Blake Monroe for the
Kathy Kelly, and Kiana James was absorbing some
NXT North American Championship in a casket match. Cover by
that. Of course, Kiana always by her side. It was Kiana.
And Morgan kick out by Ruca.
Before you lost to Tiffany Stratton back on March 13th.
You start casting aspersions, Cole. J.D. McDonough and Dirty Dom.
To management, hey, negotiations from
have left ringside to prepare for a match later tonight.
You put me on WrestleMania. I am.
I thought they were just walking out on Liv.
I figured Giulia actually interfered with that match, and then
you would say some nonsense like that. You wouldn't apologize.
That's when things really started to bubble up for that prize.
Then, oh my goodness, big kick by Ruka.
There, the Women's United States Championship, because
And Soul now. Nice switch.
after that victory is when Tiffany Stratton said, hey,
Liv able to hold on.
Big kick by the champ.
Giulia, this day, this moment
Champion drops Soul.
would come, and now they decided that is what is on
Soul Ruka has some of the most unique offense
the line. The Women's United States Championship. We are
in the game, and one of the most spectacular finishing moves we've ever seen.
underway with Tiffany Stratton and Giulia. What
But if Liv Morgan has her way, we will not
are you looking for early here, Wade?
I'm looking for Tiffany
be seeing any of that tonight.
Nice takedown by Ruka, who
Stratton to keep her eyes peeled at all times. Now these two
has had success in this building. She won the NXT North American
threw down a few weeks ago in a non-title affair that was won
Championship here at T-Mobile Arena in
by Giulia. Why was it won by Giulia? That was because
Las Vegas. Ruka is
outside interference from Tiffany Stratton
such a tremendous athlete, Corey. She was in
really cost the former world champ.
a niche sport at the University of Oregon, acrobatics and tumbling.
So Tiffany Stratton needs to keep her eyes peeled at all times.
She wanted to be a stunt woman at one point in
Tiffany Stratton immediately showing off
her life. Now she finds herself just 4 years in to a
great athleticism, of course. World-class gymnast getting
wrestling career.
And that's perhaps no small part as to why.
do it right away. Oh, great counter by Giulia.
Soul Ruka has succeeded to the level that she has
Shoulders down.
But you know, Tiffany Stratton could well
in such a short period of time. And Ruka has enough athleticism.
feel fairly aggrieved that she was not on the WrestleMania card.
Sometimes it can overcompensate for a lack of experience or in-ring
Of course, runner-up in this year's Royal Rumble.
technique, but she just makes her own
X Factor.
makes her own
Oh, close.
Runner-up.
Back and forth they go. Shoulders down again.
moves up as she goes. It's very exciting to watch.
And
Both women.
look at this.
Ruka is a high flyer, but she says, I'm not your typical high
Seesaw action
flower. High flyer. Being tall gives me an
between Tiffany and Giulia. What a red hot
edge.
Right now, Liv Morgan better be on
pace to open up this U.S. Championship match.
the lookout. Here comes Soul. Wow, Morgan.
Oh, great counter by Giulia. Into
Take it out.
to the cover.
Nice way to slow your opponent down there.
You're putting on a show against the Women's World
From this Japanese superstar, Giulia, who has
Champions.
really taken the world by storm since arriving under the WWE umbrella. Just had unbridled success in NXT and here on SmackDown. What a loud statement it has been thus far since the opening bell.
By the way, you see the reminder in the lower left of your screen that the big winners coming out of WrestleMania.
I mean, there's no doubt that Ruka is going to be a champion at this
We will hear from. Plus, Danhausen has a match
level.
It's only a matter of time.
with the Miz tonight as Tiffany Stratton with the
Off the top rope, Liv able to roll out of harm's way.
rolling senton. Oh, looking for the prettiest moonsault ever.
And to your point, Morgan.
And instead, Giulia gets the best of her and then
Backstabber.
Cover
drapes her and delivers the drop kick. What
by the champ.
a turnaround from the champ.
Just razor sharp
See the frustration from Raquel.
movement and thinking there from Giulia. That was absolutely
Rodriguez on the outside.
And Morgan again.
sublime. Just when things
Can't be 100%. She went through that battle over the weekend.
Gonna go
Draping
south,
off the
but-
apron. Oh, a neck break.
With Stephanie Vaquer. She's still showing the
Her onto the floor. Giulia hits the neck
wounds on her forehead after the attack by Vaquer a couple of weeks ago.
breaker to the floor on Stratton.
Well, Morgan
Oh, look at this.
Assert her dominance on Ruka.
That was a version of a camel clutch applied using the ropes. Very, very creative offense from the women's world champion.
And Ruka's in trouble, not only because she's in there with a champ. Raquel and Roxanne floating around ringside.
It's interesting way to see the early
By Morgan, hook of the leg. Ruka kicks out.
ebb and flow to this match for the women's
Stephanie Vaquer about Raquel and Roxanne.
U.S. Championship, because Tiffany Stratton,
Raquel and Roxanne could certainly
always becomes that point when you can tell she's gaining confidence, and she had
credited as assisting in Liv's victory.
it there as she went for the prettiest moonsault ever,
But that's what friends are for.
only to see things completely turn against her.
Well, the big
And now Morgan
advantage for Tiffany Stratton is always going to be that superior
having her way of the upstart Ruka.
athleticism, that Olympic gymnast caliber athleticism that she possesses. Will take the
WWE fans here in Vegas trying to rally behind Soul
movement out of Tiffany Stratton, and suddenly
Ruka.
And Soul fighting back.
it becomes a lot more feasible to actually beat the woman
She wouldn't back down from a fight, and she's not.
who took WWE by storm in 2025, and right now Giulia is sending a very loud
Look at this, Liv Morgan
message to anyone that doubts that she should be on WrestleMania
suspending Ruka from the ropes. My
next year. This has been sublime from the word go.
God!
The official, Jessica Carr, with the count.
From the beautiful madness.
Liv breaking before 5.
When you're trapped like that, 5 seconds, isn't it?
Now stretching her out.
Oh, eternity.
And a leaping bulldog from
Oh, man.
And that was jaw first onto the
Morgan. Hook of the leg now, inside leg, and Ruka kicks it.
Oh, they're looking to retain right here.
not a
2. Not what Morgan was
million miles away from a knockout there to Tiffany
expecting here tonight. You mentioned she thought this was going to be a
Stratton, and Giulia really feeling it tonight here
celebration.
You just saw $1 million
in Texas.
She really is.
smile wash across the face of the champion, because even in the
I mean, she is just the picture of
heat of battle, Liv Morgan understands how much fun
control thus far. Uh-oh, Joe.
this is. She's enjoying this. She's thriving right now.
That is the beautiful madness at its
Nice rear chin lock applied.
best right there. And then delivering right
It's a smart strategy by the champion.
to the small of the back and looking to put it away.
Trying to slow down the area.
Well, it's been a full attack on the entire spine
Really gifted Soul Ruka.
of Tiffany Stratton from the word go. Those repeated net breakers, and now the lumbar spine, and Tiffany Stratton is in real trouble here after earning this shot.
Trying to rally back, trying to mount some offenses. Giulia moves out of the way.